Hello, I am Jaden from Piano Foundations, the 16-year-old who does what he does. But anyways, today I'm so excited to look at this video. We're looking at a Genius interview with my favorite singer at the moment, LAUFEY. And if you don't know LAUFEY, she could also be called LAUFEY, LAUFEY. I think that's the Icelandic pronunciation. I'm gonna be looking at that. Anyways, I woke up this morning, I was ready to shoot a video on LAUFEY, and then I saw on my YouTube page, the first thing that popped up was a Genius interview. And I was just like, I have to get to that. I have to do that. So now I'm here doing that, and we're gonna be watching this together. And I think this is gonna be amazing. I have so much to say about her, and specifically this song. This song is From the Start. It's kind of a story about like unrequited love, unreciprocated love for like a friend. And I feel like I have not only so much experience like feeling that emotion, but also I love the way that she portrays it in the song. So let's just get into it. Okay, right before we start, we gotta set it straight, because honestly, I was studying this video, but I don't know if I'm exactly saying it right, and hopefully I get it right for the rest of the video.
LAUFEY.
LAUFEY. Say it with me, class. LAUFEY. I feel like I don't sound like her when I say it. She sounds beautiful. She sounds elegant. I just sound like I'm putting two syllables together. Let's actually get into it.
When you're in high school or middle school or something, and you have a friend and you kind of like them, and you're listening to them describe somebody they like. It's this like kind of sinking feeling. I was always very sheltered. I never really dared to really express exactly how I felt about someone. So for this, I just wrote it, kind of this confession, into a song. I think the reason it's resonating is, I think it's two-pronged. I think maybe it's a sound that they haven't really heard before. It's kind of, infused with like these bossa nova and jazzy grooves that I think haven't really been at the forefront in pop music for a while.
That was one of the points that I really wanted to go over. She's like introducing the mainstream to a more sheltered genre. She's like putting that at the forefront. And I love jazz. Honestly, I just started getting into jazz earlier this year, but I really love it. And honestly, she introduced me to bossa nova. I'm enjoying it. So I feel like this is not only good for her, but this is good for the genre as a whole. And this is good for like expanding people's minds and seeing where things go. I feel like this is just great overall.
I think it's also just the brutal honesty of the lyrics. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people have felt that way before.
Definitely.
Don't you notice how
Oh my gosh, she has the guitar too. Oh my gosh. This song evokes a strong emotion in me because it's kind of about a strong emotion. And I feel like it's the same with a lot of LAUFEY songs. Like she just has a lot of strong emotion in her music, and it's relatable emotion. And she's just expressing it in a way that's musically just gifted, I just love it. Her voice, the instrumental, everything is just amazing.
quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. I talk a lot, but when I'm with someone I really like, I get quiet. And I guess I'm kind of addressing to this person. I'm like, don't you notice I get quiet when it's just the two of us and it's just me and you in awkward silence. And they're like looking at you kind of in a loving way, but not really. And you're like, don't look at me that way. It's just like a reminder that you actually can't have them. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you harp on.
I'm trying so hard not to sing along because I don't want to ruin it, but I'm probably gonna end up singing along, and then I'm just gonna remove my vocals. If you see me singing my heart out, Just ignore it.
About some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah blah blah. Oh, how I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say. I think this is the funniest verse. The burning pain, I kind of almost see it as this kind of like very like, oh, burning pain, like almost like this period drama type of, of being upset over someone. And yeah, she's so perfect, like blah blah blah. Which I really enjoy putting lyrics like that into these like kind of jazzy songs, because it's like, it sounds like old music, but then like the blah 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 lyric is very, very modern, I would say.
That's exactly what I like about her music. It's like a mix of like these new emotions with the old sounding jazz bossa nova feel. It just creates this wonderful mix. When you take the old and you take the new and you put it together, it's just beautiful. And I love how playful her lyrics are too. She's joking around, but she's so real at the same time. Amazing.
That when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess
I love you.
from the start. I wanted the chorus to be this just straight up like confession of love that I would never actually dare to say in person. And that's where the craziness comes from. That speculation, like, wait, if I'm holding back and not telling you, maybe you're holding back and not telling me.
I love this part. This part is my favorite part of the whole song. Like the whole song is so amazing, but the vocal run, the little scat sing, it's so beautiful. She hits every note perfectly, and the sequence of it is perfectly complex, but also simple enough. I try to replicate it every single time, and I fail every time. But I've been contemplating taking vocal lessons just so I could learn that run and I could be able to replicate it because she does it so amazingly. It's just so flawless, and it's so like man, like I want to tear up right now. It's so beautiful.
I grew up listening to a lot of Ella Fitzgerald, and she was kind of like my singing idol. She is known as the originator of scatting in jazz music, of improvisational singing. I always had a dream of kind of bringing it back to this generation and bringing it back to pop music. I'm sure a lot of kids are listening and like, oh my God, why is she singing bada 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 for an entire verse? But it's fun. What's a girl to do lying on my bed staring into the blue? Unrequited, terrifying love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest, I'm telling you today. I kind of imagine this verse as like a 17-year-old me, like lying on my bed, just going crazy and staring out into the night sky, hence the blue. The blue definitely had a double meaning. It was both, literally staring out into the night sky and also like staring into like this sadness. Confess I loved you, just thinking I know I've loved you from the start.
Oh, amazing. That's so flawless. That's so, like, it's just so good. I know I'm saying the same words over and over, but it's because, like, words can't even describe how good this is to me. When I listen to her music, I put on my headphones, and it's like an entire movie of my own life plays in my head. I see a montage of my life, of experiences I've gone through, and I feel like any music that's good enough to make you think of your life in that way is beautiful. Like, that's how you know a good song. A good song makes you feel emotion like that. I love songs like that. And LAUFEY has made so many of them. Like, I've been going through her discography, preparing for the video that I'm gonna make. I've remembered so much of my past just from listening to her music and remembering that I felt that exact way before, and she's just putting it in words, and that's what makes it beautiful.
There's often a tag where, like, you know, you'll lengthen the outro, lengthen the ending. The lyrics will sometimes change, and I've always wanted to do that with my own music. So instead of confess I loved you from the start, it's just this very clear, I know I've loved you from the start. The music underneath kind of breaks away from this like upbeat bossa nova thing and just goes straight into like a classical cello ending, which I played. I had like a very specific classical reference that I wanted for it, and I almost wanted it to sound like a sunset.
This is an amazing artist. She's an artist above many other artists because of the way that she structures her music to be not only musically satisfying, but also musically complex and also relating to emotions in her music. And she also puts effort into it and so much thought into it. The change from the jazz bossa nova thing into the classical thing in order to reflect that emotion, that's a crazy thing to do. It's honestly a mind-boggling thing to do, and it takes a great artist to think of something like that, and that's why I have my admiration for LAUFEY. Wow. Anyways, if you like this video, hit that like button. I'm going to make another video very similar to this, probably not even far from now. I just love LAUFEY, so I don't want this to become a LAUFEY fan page, but I am a LAUFEY fan, and that will be reflecting in my YouTube videos. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Go listen to LAUFEY. What are you doing?